So greetings from Pennsylvania once again. We're still out here in Somerset County on our 2-day overnight trip to Somerset and Bedford counties. We just got done with the revisiting Mount Davis, the highest point in Pennsylvania. But now we're in the town of Salisbury, and we're going to visit the Salisbury Viaduct, if I'm saying that correctly. But we're not at the parking yet, but I wanted to give you a view of the viaduct from down here. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, so check that out. Oh, how convenient. I got a train horn off in the distance there. Yeah, it's not active anymore for trains. It's now a rail trail. We're gonna be up there in a little bit. I think it's about 1,900 feet long, roughly. So yeah, 219 goes under it. I just drove under it earlier. Beautiful. There's parking just up here. That's where we're headed next. But wow, I'll tell you a little bit more about it when we're up there. Alright, we found the parking lot. The trail's actually going right there. But here's another view of the viaduct from up here. That's where we're going to be walking across out there. Look at all this beautiful green, yellow dandelions, beautiful blue sky. It's like an amazing day. Alright, let's get out there. Alright, so we'll leave the Jeep there. And right here is the trail. What do you call it? It's the Greater Allegheny Passage, I think it's called. Not a rail trail, but this used to be a railroad. What was this? The Western Maryland Railroad, I believe it was called. Yeah, beautiful view up there, but we're gonna head this way. So this viaduct was built in 1912. I think they stopped using it in 1975, and in 1998 they turned it into what it is today, this rail trail. There'll probably be some information for it up here when we get up there. That's looking kind of narrow. Yeah, the last spot I was at today was Mount Davis, the highest spot in Pennsylvania. We climbed that observation tower, which definitely tested my limits, my fear heights. We'll see how this does. We should be okay. Like, it does seem a little bit narrow. I've been on other viaducts, but they've been like wider, if that makes sense. We'll see. We get some beautiful views up here though. Yeah, and here we're coming up to it. Wow. Phew. Yeah, the Salisbury Viaduct. Oh cool, you got a picture of it with the train on it. Wow. Yeah. Yes, about 1,900 feet. Dominates the valley. 101-foot high steel trestle was a key to engineering for the Western Maryland Railway's Connellsville extension. Yeah, hundreds of spectators cheered the first train. It was built to accommodate a second track, which was never added. Yeah, 75 and 98 then. Wow. That's impressive. And that's what we're going over. Oh my goodness. Whew. I guess we'll just stay in the middle. Wow. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's the road. We drove up this road. This is Business 219 of the Mason-Dixon Highway. Up there is Route 219. Came up this road to park. Yeah, look at all this. Yeah, the yellows, the greens, the blue sky. Tell you what though, my legs are feeling a little bit wobbly up here. Wow. Yeah, just don't get too close to the edge, I guess. Wow. Yeah, you can definitely, if you're afraid of heights, you can definitely feel it, but I'm just sticking to the middle here. Reminds me a little bit of, if you've ever visited the Kinzu Viaduct, or Kinzu Bridge, they call it Kinzu Bridge State Park. Because that one's, busted off at the end from that tornado damage. But you can still walk out on it like this. It has that similar feeling. Yeah. I'm not looking over the edge. That's for sure. Looking back. Yeah, I can definitely feel it. Although I'm getting a little more comfortable with it. You can even see some modern railroad tracks down there too, all going through this area. You do have some highway noise, but it just, I don't know, the highway kind of adds to it a little bit. It's the scale of it, I think. Yeah, they have these higher fenced areas to keep you from, I guess, throwing stuff on the railroad tracks and on the highway. But I'll tell you what, I've been on other viaducts where there's been at least like a wood siding down here. Open up top, but I don't know. I feel like that wood siding would make it a little bit more comfortable for me. It makes me a little bit off just being able to see through down the bottom here. It's kind of a weird feeling. All right, we're getting there. The end is in sight. The highway is now behind us. Just looking back how far we've come. It is beautiful though. All right. Almost there. Whew. Some beautiful scenery. I just try to remind myself. And up here is the end. Some people hanging out here too. And there's a little cemetery here too. The Meyers burial ground. Huh. Let's check it out a little bit. Peter Meyers died in 1891. Wow, there's some really old ones here. Some are just field stones like that one there. Looks like there's been some vandalism here too. Yeah, a lot of these are busted off. So, just found some flags by it. There's a step in a hole right there. Whoever's buried there. Yeah, pretty hard to read. Here's a Sue, 2 years old, and looks like a Clara, 9 years old. 1891. All right, but time to head back across. That cemetery was a nice little break. But I think it's received a lot of damage being right there by the rail trail. All right, here we go again. Get a different view this time, heading back. Get the windmills, or the wind turbines out there. Yeah, there's a number of people here. There's like a little rest spot back there, right by the cemetery. Man, I'm not sure. Riding my bike across this might be creepy too. Maybe even more so. We got a train coming. That's cool. Cool to hear the train as we're on the old trestle. It's gonna come down right here. That's cool. It's heading under. Oh, here it comes. Bit windy up here too. It's all the way back there. It's still coming. Yeah, there's the end of it. Yeah. Almost back. All right, here we are, just about at the end. Woo. Tell you what though, that is impressive. No more people out here now. Phew. Yeah, so that one gave me a bit of a woozy feeling going across. I know I did cross an abandoned railroad bridge once that just had like the ties going across. That was tough for me to do. It felt similar to that one because that abandoned railroad bridge didn't have any sides to it. That one does, but you could see through them, if that makes sense. Whereas some other bridges I've been on, like I said, the Kinzu Viaduct. There was one across the Hudson River that I did a couple years ago. That was very wide too. Had some kind of sides on it, so. But yeah. We made it. It was pretty impressive out there. Beautiful day to do it. And back at the Jeep, which has a friend now. But that was fun. Like I said, a little woozy, but it was fun. So yes, if you're ever out this way, it is definitely a spot to stop in and visit. It doesn't take you too long to go across and back. Like I said, the parking is right here. This is called Johnny Popper Road. Kind of an odd name, right off of the Mason-Dixon Highway, or Business 219. And then the trail is right there, and there's the viaduct. So pretty fun and easy thing to do. All right, but I'm going to continue on my journey. I'm heading now to the last covered bridge in Somerset County that I have to get to. And then we'll be on our way to Shawnee State Park to camp for the night. All right, but as always, thanks for coming along. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one.